We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda in Miami, Florida. Swamiji's today's special Thanksgiving message for 2020 is Mystic Insight into Thanksgiving. And now Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda.
Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om. We offer our thanks to Goddess Narayani. O Goddess Narayani, you are the very embodiment of auspiciousness, the giver of all forms of auspiciousness. You are Shiva, consort of Lord Shiva. You are the bestower of success in all forms of self-effort. You are the sustainer of all those who take refuge in you. You are the Gauri Devi, embodiment of grace with 3 eyes. The deity behind Dhanyavad, Thanksgiving is called Dhanyavad. The subtle meaning of Dhanyavad. Dhan is wealth. The real wealth is spiritual virtues. Bringing dhan into your heart. Yam. Dhanya. And that statement is called Dhanyavad. I'm giving you very philosophical, subtle implication of a gracious statement made by people by uttering the word thanks. If you are Sanskrit Hindi, it is Dhanyavad. More in other languages, Urdu, Shukriya. Spanish, gracias. Portuguese, obrigado. A broad plan of Dhanyavads. First point to understand the philosophy behind Dhanyavad is Godward mind. Mind must be positive. And understand all the blessing that with which you are born. You are being born as a human being is a great act of divine grace. So you are thankful to God to give you human embodiment. Manushyatvam. Next, thanks comes in an advanced stage. Mumukshutvam. Not just you are born as a human being, but with a thirst for knowledge. Mumukshutva. And when you begin to realize you are constantly thirsty, you live to quench your thirst. That's called nirvana. Or cessation of Trishna. Joining with Krishna. So you are giving thanks to God. And Mahapurusha Sanshaya, three great bases for thanksgiving: being a human being, developing aspiration, and having satsanga in order to attain the goal. Satsanga involves being guided by Mahapurush, great Mahatmas, Guru. So first we begin with happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Dhanyavads. And also let me give you a little wit about thank. Tha plus ank. Tha term relates to sthiti, sthai, Thailand. That attainment which is absolutely infallible, absolutely steady, that's the goal of life, that's self-realization. And when you bring that self-realization into your heart, when you are rooted, established in the state of intuitive wisdom, that's called sthita prajna. And thank, I'm interpreting tha is a sthai, steady. Ank, enfolding it in your embrace. That's again allegorical word. When you have become a sthai in your heart has become fulfilled with divine love. So that's what thanks means. Thanks is a magnanimous sentiment. If a person lacks it, he's very dull wit, jada buddhi. First I will give you acronym of thanks, introducing you how to spell thanks. T H A N K S, thanks. And giving is an extension to it. T, Satyam, truth. Satyameva jayate. Prior to going into acronym, just let me give you another point. You give thanks to God. Everyone has 5 debts to pay. Pancharina. And you pay the debts in a profound way when your heart develops a thankful attitude, gracious attitude. To give thanks to God. It implies many things. Even if you are facing challenges, thanks to you, God. You could have given me worse. I'm joking. But if you gain more spiritual sensitivity, there is a purpose behind every experience. So your heart must be open to thanks to God. If you have done something good, people praise you, thanks to God that you have become a channel. So God is the ultimate pole star, as it were, the ultimate goal behind thanks process. So first rina you pay to Devas. Devas are many aspects of God. God and many of his aspects. Next debt you pay to Rishis, sages who have given teachings of God, brought revelations. How do you pay that? By studying scriptures and following the teachings in your life, as well as using your palabra. Thanks to Saint Tulsidas, thanks to Valmiki, thanks to Yoga Vasishtha, and so forth. The Rishi Rina. Next, pay you Rina to your forefathers. You have inheriting, and how you have been already enriched by your inheritance. And you pay that debt by your spiritual progress. A child pays debt to his mother by growing up better, by becoming more educated, more shining with success. Next rina is called Nri Rina. It requires some adjusting of the mouth. Nri is simplified by the word Nara, to human beings. And of course, that means that turns your attention to the philosophy of be good, do good. Not only be good for yourself, but your goodness must help all human beings. Next type of rina, you pay to animals, birds, trees, and all that is in the world. Having given that, now I'm coming back to acronym. Truth, beginning with T, truth. Satyameva jayate. Truth alone triumphs. This is the essence of all scriptures and religions. Asato ma sadgamaya. Lead me from falsehood to truth, from unreal to the real. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya. Lead me from darkness to light. Mrityor ma Amritam Gamaya. Lead me from death to immortality. This is the profound ideal placed before your mind. You live to pursue the path that will bring out the revelation of truth. Next letter is H, TH. H is harmony. Allow your mind to develop the virtue of samatvam, to stay calm and balanced. In order to do so, follow the Raj Yoga teaching, Maitri, Mudita, Karuna, Upeksha. How to promote these great virtues. If you have promoted them, you enjoy manah prasadam, the real prasad that you look for is that state. Now get insight into these points. Maitri, friendliness. First, in a very practical level, promote friendly attitude. Friendly attitude has a tremendous potency. Even inimical personalities become transformed. In other words, if you find someone inimical, holding grudge against the inimical person, that's not the solution. Because not only you are facing inimical person, but you become inimical to your own self by constantly holding grudge against people around you. On the other hand, developing a profound faith that positive wins over negative. Love conquers hate. So, no matter how long it may take, but goodwill, love, kindness of your heart, these are enriching you and transforming the negative around you in a positive way. Sage like Vishwamitra, the word Vishwamitra implies develop friendliness towards the whole world. That's the deep core of your heart, should have that type of feeling about the world. If you don't find it, you have to understand that's your goal. Because you cannot stay with negative, unfriendly attitude. The Maitri Bhavana. Next, Mudita. Joyous attitude. When you see people prospering, instead of developing jealousy or looking down upon them because your mind starts calculating, firstly you develop subtle jealousy, and then you try to find certain fault with those apparently rich and successful people. And it's easy to find them. So thereby, you are depriving yourself of the experience of mudita, cheerfulness. Next great virtue is karuna, compassion. These virtues relate to your relationship with society. Maitri with equal people of your similar status. This is more a specialized meaning. Develop friendliness towards equals. Mudita, towards those who are apparently superior to you. Instead of being jealous, be inspired. They did it, I will also do it. Let me ask, how did they do it? I'm joking. Karuna, compassion. Compassion is a profound virtue. People come with troubles, complaints, agitations. Instead of hastily reacting to people, try to develop a subtle type of a heart. Just like a mother faces different children with different complaints. But in a heart level, there is love for all, compassion. And that compassion works miracles for yourself and for people around you. Then there are types of people in society who are extremely sunk in negativity. Try to stay like a wall when they react with you, and instead of losing your time in communing with them, communicating with people who are extremely narrow-minded, that will bring out many agitative situations. And it will not end. No matter hours you can discuss with an atheistic personality. But you cannot, no matter how much you say, you cannot make a person change and become astika, believer, from non-believer to believer. You can't make them, because you're better to stay just like a stone wall. Show to them that you are so stupid. And avoid all that. So these virtues, when you practice, you begin to enjoy harmony in your personality and in dealing with others. Harmony is your soul's harmonium, brings melody. Next letter is A, aspiration. Aspiration implies fourfold qualifications. Qualifications that enable you to pursue the path leading to the goal of life, liberation. And these fourfold qualifications are Vivek, Vairagya, rather put the other way around, Vairagya, Viveka, Shat Sampat and Mumukshutva. Vairagya, dispassion. Begin to understand the world is not your goal. You are going through the world for your spiritual evolution. The world experience is like a dream. No matter how wonderful world you have lived in, you can't stay with it. No matter how wonderful a dream, it will end. So, therefore, internal detachment, That's allegorically described in Uttarayana path, Agnir Jyoti, fire. All sacrifices begin with fire, and fire is indicative of developing Vairagya. Until if Vairagya is there, your life is with fire, not hurtful fire, but fire that cooks every food and makes it more nourishing. And in this process of nourishment, you develop vivek. You begin to see the difference between real me. Begin to understand what is my real me and the unreal, self and not self. Both have become so blended. And so that quality is called vivek. Shat sampat, shama, serenity. Dhamma, control of senses. Uparati, turning away from worldly goal. Titiksha, endurance. Shraddha, faith. Samadhan, tranquility of mind. These are all called Shat Sampat. And last qualification is Mumukshutva, burning aspiration for God realization. So if you are pursuing this set of qualification that brings about the highlight of aspiration, no longer you live only for perspiration of your personality, but inspiration leading to God realization. Next letter is N. Negation of me and mine. Ahamata and mamata. That's what every mantra points its finger to Namah. Neither me nor mine. And remember, this me and mine relates to your limited understanding of your identity. Your identity is not your ego. Your identity is the absolute self. But with limited identity, you develop big illusion. This is me. Now you have a bigger problem of holding on to what you consider mine. The twofold mind is concerned for saving me and saving mine. But when Namah effaces these two, sublimates it, me and mine, then there is a revelation of the truths. I am Brahman. So that is implied in the letter N, T-H-A-N. Next letter is K. K is knowledge. But when I say knowledge, I'm talking about spiritual knowledge, jnana. karma, bhakti, dhyana, jnana. These are great factors of bringing about integration in your personality. And the highest state of integration is jnana. So not only you should gain knowledge, knowledge you gain in two levels, apara vidya, para vidya. Apara lower, implying you gain lessons and you hold those lessons in your mind. But at the advanced level, you don't stay only in theory. You bring the theory into practice. Not just stay with mental concepts, but bring it in your life. So all that is implied. And what I am leading you is to live your life for gaining knowledge, that knowledge that brings about self-realization. As you pursue jnana, live your life with jnana yajna. Promote jnana in others. Every good idea you have gained, don't hold it like a miser in your purse. Open your purse. Share it with others. But that again requires art and patience. If you have a project of satsanga, everybody does not appreciate the way you are doing it. You start praising Krishna, but some people start saying, why not bring, instead of Krishna, just use Shiva. I'm just giving you a sample. Or why that? Why not Allah? Why not Jesus? But not that stage. Jnana yajna is to promote good understanding in diverse manner. The way you live your life, the way you set your example, all that is a part of jnana yajna. You are influencing people. While doing so, you are promoting your own spiritual movement in a profound way. So all that's called knowledge. And last letter of thanks, S. And you must have known it. Yes. S is a soul communing with God. S is self-realization. So this is the subtle meaning behind thanks. And thanksgiving, giving term, it's called dan, and it implies three da, dhamma, dan and daya, controlling your mind and senses, practice of charity, dan, and act of compassion, daya. If these virtues develop, then you are a constant giver. You are most generous, udar. And let me quote from Panchadashi, speaking about dhanya. Dhanyoham dukham sansarikam na vikshedya. Dhanyoham swasya jnanam palayitam kwapi. I am blessed. Dhanyoham, dhanya word. When you say dhanyoham, you will say, I am not giving thanks to myself. It means I am blessed. That's also a thanksgiving. Blessed is God. So dhanya term is used in that sense of blessedness. Dhanyoham. For me there is no duty left. No, let me. I am no more subject to the miseries of the world. I do not perceive the miseries of the world anymore. That's what you give thanks for. This is your goal. My ignorance has fled away. I know not where. And that, be thankful, that goal is for you. Dhanyoham kartavyame na vidyate kanchit. Dhanyoham praptavyam sarvamadya sampannam. I am blessed. For me there is no duty left to be performed. This is the state of param tripti, supreme fulfillment. I have attained all that is to be attained. I have achieved the highest of all that one can aspire for. Dhanyoham dhanyo dhanyah punar dhanya. You are giving thanks to yourselves. Thankful to me. I am blessed. I am blessed. There is no earthly joy that can compare with my supreme satisfaction. I am blessed. I am blessed. Blessed am I. Again and again. And let me give you just an outline of spiritual ascent. 7 bhumikas, jnana bhumikas. Shubhecha, aspiration is the first step. Vicharana, thoughtfulness is the second step. Tanumanasi, when impurities of the mind begin to fade away, kama, krodha, lobha. Among the impurities, you must understand your negative thinking comes in the category of impurity. You are simply sitting down grieving. In brief, grief is an impurity. A skill is needed not to allow the mind to stay negative. How to switch your attention, see what are the ducks that you have not put together, and conduct accordingly. Instead of staying negative. It is great impurity. When the impurities begin to diminish by your skill and by your integral practice, understand integral yoga is very important. Every aspect of your personality, you have 4 aspects in your personality: action, emotion, will and reason. All these 4 aspects must flow like in music and go to create a melody in your personality. If it is not done, you are being gripped by malady. And one overpowering malady for all is mortality. Mortality virus. How much your mind has suffered from thinking about death. It's unimaginable. While the mind had all the possibility of recognizing the presence of God within your own heart. And in that case, mortality doesn't exist. Is the biggest lie. So that diminishing of impurities, called tanu manasi, so first state I have explained to you, shubhecha, aspiration, vicharana, mental reflection that attenuates your impurities. Third, attenuation of impurity, tanu manasi. Fourth, to attain revelation, I am that, sattvapatti. If you don't gain sattvapatti, then you get apatti, just apatti. Apatti is adversity. But now you are getting sattvapatti. Is apatti for apatti. It is an enemy of adversity. Once you have gotten sattvapatti state, you are enlightened. Everything else now will come automatically, but for a general understanding. Now fifth stage comes as maturity develops more in sattvapatti state. The state comes, makes your life so simple. You handle so many things, but nothing restricts your personality. Just like in a kitchen, if your hands are well moistured, you can handle gluey things, but they don't stick to you. But if your hands are not well oiled up, then everything sticks to your hand. It's a gross illustration. In the same way, everything in this world puts a taint in your personality. Everything creates a mental kalima, kind of a black suit. But if you have come to this state, you handle all types of challenges and remain untouched. In divine plan, it is presented to everyone. Every day you do all types of things, but when you go to sleep, everything moves away from you. But this comes in an instinctive way. Allow this instinctive experience to become your enlightening experience. That deep down, nothing can touch you. You are like the sky. Clouds can come and go, all types. No scratch. All types of experiences will come in your personality. But the real I am is like the sky. That I am cannot be touched. So when you have come to this state, it is called Asam Sakti. Next stage, even the idea of detaching and stay detached, untouched, doesn't arise. From where are you detaching from? It's absolute non-duality. That's called Padartha Bhavana. All the world of matter that matters to the mind doesn't matter. It's all as absent. All things you are worried about, when you go to deep sleep, all things vanish. Where have they gone? But that's instinctive. But here you have attained actual realization. All these attainments are progressive. So sometimes you can have different steps of wisdom in different degrees in your personality. And it requires abhyasa, sustained effort, to continue to ascend in a proper way. And the last state is called turiya, transcendental, which means Brahman alone exists. Thank God. And thanks for listening to all my talk. And with this, my prayer for all of you. Om Ram 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 Om Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras grace of God over all of you, with the blessings of Shakti, strength to face challenges, the strength of faith, Bhakti that turns your life saras, delightful, and Mukti, that's the goal of life, liberation. May all of you be blessed with Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti, and no more dread of viruses, including the highest virus, mortality virus. Immortality, eternity, nirvana, liberation, kingdom of heaven, the highest goal. May your soul enjoy the highest goal. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकबन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। हम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम।